Thank you. Wow, what a good-looking audience. I think I have a little credit out there. Can I hear some of those shouts out there? Woo! You're looking good, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there. Well, Robin Hayford, hairstylist. That's what it says. But I'm going to let you know a little bit more about me before I get started on my talk. I've been a hairdresser over 29 years. Can you believe that? I think I'm looking pretty good with my new hair dry, you know. But I'm a mom, a wife, a daughter, a sister, an aunt, a great aunt, and a friend. I love my career. It's been an amazing journey. I've worked in 4 different regions in the United States: the San Francisco Bay Area, Los Angeles, South Dakota, still have the accent, and now here in Spokane. I started out at 19 years old behind this chair. Not necessarily this particular chair, but this represents my village. The people that I've touched in their hair, their hearts. It's been an amazing journey, like I said. And it all starts out 2 seconds with a smile. As a new client comes in, you need to smile at them. Hi, welcome, have a seat, let's talk. It's been wonderful. And I want to bridge the gap now between interpersonal communication and technology, because it's invading our lives. My children's lives, my teenager, they don't talk anymore. They look at their handheld devices. Sometimes, imagine if this is a phone. I think I'd get more attention sometimes from my family if I taped this right on my head. Walked around and said, hey, talk to me. It's simple. The village effect on the human soul is simple. We need to stop, look, and listen to one another. We need to engage in conversation, eye contact, physical touch. The next slide is some clients that come to the salon. Now, in this slide, you'll see that there's physical touch, smile, eye contact. And in this generation, this happens. Now, you think that this couple's married. They've been together for years. Actually, no. They just met. And they started reminiscing about their lifelong stories of war and depression, and their stories weaved together. And now they're friends. And that was just a brilliant picture for me to show you the example of the village effect. So my client told me, she says, Robin, I want to live in a village such as yours. And I said, well, explain that to me. What do you mean, my village? She says, well, I see that you're a part of your community, that you live in a proximity of 3-mile radius of your home, your school, your kids' school, your work, and you just are engaging all the time with people. And I said, well, I like that. I love people. And so I started experimenting with this village effect. So I like to talk, and most hairdressers do. And sometimes you need to listen too, but most of the time you're talking and everybody wants to know about your life and what you're doing, and then you stop and say, time out. Enough about me, I want to know about you. And so I ran into this gentleman at the store. He was about 80 years old, and he was filling up this big water jug. And I said, oh, excuse me, sir, can I lend you a hand with that? Oh, no, he says, I'm fine. I'm very strong for 80 years old. I'm going to be 81 in July. I said, oh, July. I said, is your birthday July 26th? And he stepped back like I was like some, and then he says, well, as a matter of fact, it is. And I said, well, that's my birthday too. I said, and we're birthday buddies. And he says, yeah, that's great. I go, well, so can I lend you a hand with that water bucket? And he says, no, I'm fine. So it's a village effect. I want to make a difference everywhere I go, the impact that I leave behind. I want to make a difference in my home, in the village in my home, my school, my workplace, and I think that's important. This is how we communicate now. How many of you take 400 social media friends on a date? You, your husband, and all your friends come along. I'm sorry, I don't want my friends coming along on my dates. I want to be face-to-face, eye-to-eye, hand-to-hand. Here's another way we communicate. Our kids, that's what they do on Friday night. They look at pictures and they text people. They don't talk. When I was a kid, I was like, my mom said, get off the phone, you know? Now it's get off the text messaging. Unplug. Find a balance between interpersonal communication and technology. Face-to-face, eye-to-eye. Unplug your families. I think we'll save a lot of energy if we just start unplugging things. I had the opportunity to run in the 2010 New York City Marathon. It was a life changer for me. And as I ran into the 5 different boroughs of New York City, I just experienced the different village effects there. People were high-fiving people, they were talking. I think I would have added a few more seconds or lost a few more seconds on my race time if I didn't stop and talk to so many people. I thank the firefighters of New York City for all they do. I ran and I high-fived little kids, and it was just so awesome, and an awesome experience of humanity. And I think about how my life would have been different if when I ran into those boroughs, if everybody was on their cell phone, texting, or not looking up, with their heads down, not yelling my name, run, Robin, run, faster. And it just was amazing. I just loved it, and I'll cherish those moments, and I'm thankful for them. How are you going to end up finishing the race of your life? With your head held down in your cell phone, or eye to eye with people in your community? This is a picture of my daughter. She was diagnosed with leukemia when she was 6, and then re-diagnosed when she was 10. And you know, even in the darkest days of her life, she had a smile on her face. That's my son. And I cut my face out because I wasn't looking all that good that day. But those were great days when I saw her smiling, even when she was walking through a really tough village. And then that smile encouraged other people as we went into the hospital and we saw other people that maybe needed a smile. That's when the village effect is at its best, is when you look outside yourself and helping others with a smile. Mother Teresa said, do ordinary things with extraordinary love. That's what the village effect is all about. Now this next slide, Hoop Fest. That is an extraordinary thing. It's the world's largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament here in Spokane, Washington. If you have never been, you should go because it's a village in itself. Now, this is where technology and interpersonal communication meet in a beautiful serendipity because I need to know where my son's going to play, and I'm texting, where are you now? What's going on? And this is where everybody connects, and it's a great way. So Hoop Fest is a great way, smiles all around. It's a great village to be in. A few more slides, and one of my clients, generational smiles in my village, a grandma and her grandson, the innocence of the eyes that haven't been bombarded by technology yet, but soon it will happen. And we can't blame technology. It's all over. It's everywhere, and it's changing every day. There's new trends, and we need to embrace that and learn about it. But we need to find a balance. And then the smile of victory. She's healthy and strong, 6 years cancer-free from her second diagnosis, and graduating high school this year. So I'm very thankful for that. So the village effect, it's simple. We need to stop, look, and listen to one another. We need to smile and pass on the village effect in your own personal villages. Now I'm going to challenge you. There's all kinds of new villagers out here. I want you to turn and introduce yourself to your neighbor, and you can do that now. It's awesome. It's great. Okay, okay. All right, let's round it back in. Round it back up. See how that's incredible, the energy of the village effect? A smile, handshake, eye contact. I'm excited to be here. Today, you're going to listen to some brilliant minds, unbelievable learning ahead. And I'm really proud to be here. It's a privilege and an honor to stand before you. Thank you.